January 2026, and it's been a very fruitful start to the year. I haven't really thought about the direction of where the studio label is going in terms of the things or the genres that are suitable for us. Being someone with a disability and by extension a visual impairment, the terms and conditions are completely different to that of a fully able-bodied individual. But that being said, there is also a feeling of excitement, but at the same time a feeling of I'm too deep. For a very long time we were able to choose the exact moment of when it was suitable to be creative. Over time you realize that you can't always have everything go your way all the time. There are some sacrifices you need to make, comfort being one of them. But the sacrifices that you do make, in return, the reward is much greater, both in a metaphysical sense as well as a physical sense, a realistic sense. Over the past few months, we have been delving a bit more into the video aspect of things. It's a challenge, however, very fortunate that we do not require a complete system upgrade to integrate the video aspect into our workflow. What we are currently doing is learning a new skill, and with that skill comes 3 different, call it roles. On one hand you've got the production, where I'm slowly stepping back from mainly photography. The photography aspect is now primarily moving towards studio work, but on the production end it allows me to brainstorm. By doing photography in the studio, it allows me to be creative and brainstorm aspects of video while I have a subject in front of me. The second aspect is directing. We have been in the automotive industry for quite a while, and our inspirations come from a variety of things. On one hand, you've got design and engineering, which is a core value. You've got the motorsport industry, and with the motorsport industry you've got drag racing, you've got circuit racing. The other favorable aspect of motorsport for us is drifting, of course. The directing and the producing is only aided. It is only aided by functioning as a DP as well. The photography greatly improves understanding of lighting. Having a variety of lenses, you are able to then frame a variety of shots. You are also able to then light a scene depending on various frames that you may conceive. So what the studio is allowing us to now do is practice all three roles and function as one. In time to come, we would love to give opportunity to younger creatives, especially in the photography genre or in the photography industry. But if you are someone who feels that life is somewhat incomplete without a camera in your hand, drop me a message. Maybe we can have a chat. In time to come, we would love to give opportunity to young creatives. The photography being the first one on offer as an opportunity. Video as well. However, the production and direction aspects are what we are currently refining, so we would love to be able to give others opportunity to direct as well. The production end of things, we are still very much involved in. The production is where the flavor comes out, and as much as the studio label is negative sanity, the core of that stems from the Hood Ride label. It's very difficult not to have that flavor in anything that we produce. Today's video includes something kind of cool. We have produced a number of short clips, almost as a hint or a slight tease as to where things are going in the future. If you haven't already noticed, there's a lot of black and white lately, besides the studio work. And that is for one purpose. One of the goals that we would like to achieve is to document a race day on a roll of film. While we are at the track, we are shooting with restrictions. Our ISO being limited to correspond with the Ilford Delta range, which is 100, 400 and 3200. With the photography, we are trying not to go above 1/1000 in terms of shutter speed. And obviously aperture would be dependent on whatever lens we're using. The lenses we are currently having a ball with: Canon FD 135 f2.5 and Canon FD 28mm f2.8. On the AE1 we'll be able to drop down to the wider apertures. However, with our converter, you have to stop down one stop. So currently I've got the 28mm attached and we are shooting at f4, and on the 135 2.5 is the widest, so if we stop down to 2.8 it kind of works, but it's a little bit finicky because of the converter. But once you go to f4, it sharpens right up. So we are trying to keep within those ranges. And one of the first video productions that we did was a static car. Learning video, we are also learning camera motion. With photography, the maximum amount of motion that you do is panning, and that's just waist up. You know, you want to pivot. But with video, what we are finding, it's much better if the whole body is moving. The back is not the best, in the best of conditions, after having had a lumbar puncture. So we're trying our best to do steady handheld videos while learning to create shot lists. I'm gonna roll the AMJ video. It's not a long video, but we are learning things. So video production number 1, here we go. Second video that's up is something very close to our hearts. Drifting has changed slightly, quite a lot perhaps, but the vibe is still there, the atmosphere is still there. So let's roll the drifting video. The third video that we have is something I never expected, and this is the joy of visiting the racetrack. You never know what you're going to find. I came across this really cool old school hot rod. If I can remember correctly, the owner said it was a 34 model, and it just looked so cool, like with a chopped roof. We're going to roll that video now.
It's everywhere I look, from Las Vegas to right here, under your dresser, right by your ear. It's creeping in sweetly, it's definitely here. There's nothing more deadly than slow growing fear. Life was full and fruitful and you could take a real bite, the juice pouring well over your skin's delight. But the shadow it grows and takes the depth away, leaving broken down pieces to this priceless ballet. The shallower it grows, the shallower.
Because we've integrated bikes into our workflow, here's a little something.
Stay.
I hope everybody has enjoyed something. We are never too old to learn, and video is something new to us. Oh well, I intend to do one of these videos once a month, sort of a recap on what we've been doing, the projects that we are involved with. We are operating at a limited capacity, so to be able to gather all the raw footage, that takes precedence over me being in front of the camera.